eMystery presents This Woman Always Wanted a Sister, and 6 decades later, she uncovered a momentous family secret. Before we begin, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more heartwarming stories. As a child, Carol Sullivan had always wished for a sister. She had more than one brother, but Carol felt that she was lacking the companionship of another girl in the family. Decades later, though, Carol came to learn something shocking about her family that had been kept secret for years. Having a sibling can sometimes be akin to having a built-in best friend, and only children are not alone in wishing they had a brother or sister. While growing up in Perth, Australia, Carol had always hoped for a sister. Yet, despite Carol's desire for a sister, her parents, Clifford and Nancy Hawkins, were unable to grant her wish. Instead, Carol ended up with a grand total of 7 younger brothers. However, there was more to the family's history than she knew, and Carol was in her 60s when she uncovered a family secret that would change her life. The shocking secret came to light after Carol's father became ill with cancer. Clifford was suffering with leukemia, and doctors only gave him a month or so to live. While helping out around her father's house one day, Carol found a strange letter in his desk drawer. The piece of mail had been sitting there for a few months, and it did not appear that Clifford had responded back. Dad just got the letter and read it and put it in the drawer. Carol subsequently told the Australian TV show Today Tonight. The contents of the letter were so surprising, in fact, that Carol confronted her father about them. Whatever the explanation, she knew that an answer would be necessary. When Carol asked her father about the claims contained in the letter and whether they were true, she learned a long-hidden fact about her father's past. The letter was from a woman named Kathy Broth, and she wanted to know if Clifford was her father. Kathy had also grown up in Perth, but she had never known her father. She lived with her mother, brother, and 2 sisters, and had always been curious about whom her father was. "I must have had a dad somewhere," she told Today Tonight. "All my life, it was bothering me." No one in Kathy's life had been forthcoming with information about her father. Indeed, it seemed that nobody really knew or wanted to share the truth. "I asked my nanny before she died," said Kathy. "She said, 'Ask your mom,' but no one would tell me. It was like a big family secret." In fact, Kathy only made headway in the search for her father once she was in her 60s. The Perth resident discovered his name, Clifford Hawkins, when she saw her birth certificate for the first time. As a result, Kathy immediately set out to find him. Kathy located 3 men named Clifford Hawkins in Australia. 2 of them lived near Brisbane, and one of them was located right in Perth. She then wrote a letter to all 3 of them asking whether they had a missing daughter, and Kathy included her phone number and email address in case she found the right one. After several months had passed with no reply, Kathy began to think that the search for her biological father was a wild goose chase. As a result, she started to lose hope of finding him. It was around this time, however, that Carol found the letter in Clifford's desk. When Carol asked her father if Kathy was his daughter, he said that he didn't know, because the letter didn't include the mother's name. Carol had to find out for sure, though. He's not going to survive, Carol thought. If this is his daughter, we have to do something about it. "There's a phone number," Carol said to her father. "Do you mind if I ring her?" Clifford gave his permission, and Carol then called the woman who might be her sister. After introducing herself to Kathy over the phone, the 2 women began chatting. And yet another revelation came to light. Kathy asked Carol what her forename is. And when she learned the answer, Kathy realized that she in fact already knew the woman she was talking to. "A cold shiver went all down my body," Kathy recalled. She said to Carol, "I think I know who you are. I think we were in school together." Sure enough, the 2 women had not only attended the same school, but they had also been friends and had even spent time playing at one another's houses. "We lived just around the corner from each other," Kathy explained, but she had never had an inkling that she was playing with her sister and half-brothers while her dad's car was parked in their driveway. "I just couldn't believe it," Carol admitted. "I got off the phone and I was ecstatic." The natural next step was for Kathy to finally meet her father. So she called Clifford and arranged a time. At 84 years of age, Clifford met his long-lost daughter, who had only been born 10 months before Carol. "I just cuddled him and gave him a kiss. He's so nice," said Kathy, who was thrilled to have finally met her biological father. "Also, Carol's mom has accepted me into the family," she added. The sisters have since started to integrate their families, introducing each other to the cousins and grandchildren of their respective sides. Unfortunately, Clifford passed away just 3 weeks after meeting Kathy. He would have liked to have a relationship with Kathy even earlier, which was very sad for both of them, said Carol. Nonetheless, Kathy is grateful for the little time that she did have with her father. I say it's a miracle, because how did I find my dad just before he died? Said Kathy. I would never have found him, and I never would have known him. She also encourages others looking for family members not to abandon hope. I didn't give up, said Kathy. I knew I had a dad, and I found my dad. It's never too late. And though their father is no longer around, both Kathy and Carol now have a new extended family and the love of a sister. I've always wanted a sister, said Carol. I was always looking for a baby sister somewhere over the horizon, and I found one. It was beautiful, really. Thanks for watching another heartwarming video. Please check out our channel for more stories that will make your heart melt.